What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Guys, tonight we have some news. Dark Side Anakin has been announced for a Japan exclusive. Now, this is gonna rub some of you guys the wrong way. Some of you remember this happened the last time we saw Light Side and Dark Side Anakin. But here we go again. But this time, it's Artisan, and I don't know about you, but I've got a bit of a bad taste in my mouth lately with regards to Artisan, so I'll be curious, is it this being the new version? Is it that being the light side version? Is it both? Or is it neither? Are you sticking it to Artisan line now going forward? Let me know in the comments down below, but if you like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's get into it.
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Ben Thomas.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. So I gotta start this video, and I don't normally do it this way, but I definitely have some beefs with regards to this particular release. Yes, there is a part of me as a Hot Toys collector that recognizes that this is still cool. Objectively, I love the fact that they're giving us Dark Side Anakin. I love the fact that we have another opportunity to get an Artisan hairstyle as well, if that was something that you were seeking. So you got another chance. This is now the second time we've got Dark Side Anakin from Hot Toys. And in my opinion, the figure is still not accurate. So, a couple of reasons why. First of all, these eyes, they are way too red. He looks like he's got pink eye. They're bright red, which is not the case in the film. If you look at the side-by-side reference photo here, he's got quite a bit of a yellow pupil in comparison, and it's just not so bloodshot. But that's honestly a little more on the minor side. I think I could let that pass. I still think that the hair looks a little too dark for the character. I also don't understand why they've given him a red lightsaber. In the film, when he's about to take out all the children, he's got his blue lightsaber, and that kyber crystal shines bright when he takes those kids out. But he doesn't have the Sith style red saber yet in that scene, so that's not accurate. And then lastly, if they're gonna do another Artisan, why didn't they give us leather on this one? If this is a limited exclusive option, like top tier, kind of feel, why no leather? Well, like, what is Artisan other than it's just hair at this point? Are they going to give us a sculpted version down the line? At this point, there's no indication of that. Now, this may not age well. There's a great chance that they could do that. I hope that they do, because many of us who missed out on the light side edition of the Artisan version of Anakin were hoping for a sculpted and didn't get that. And now it's looking like it's trending the same way. Now, the other issue I have is that this is a Japan exclusive figure. And again, while objectively I still think it's cool and I'm still happy that it's existing, they're doing a 1500 release window for the Japan exclusive with that iconic sleeve that it comes with that special sleeve. Which, it's cool. It's a cool box, but most of the time my boxes sit in the closet. I don't display the boxes. So if you're in Japan and you get your hands on it, it's a cool collector's edition, but I don't feel like it adds much actual tangible value to the figure itself. And then they're also doing 1,000 of just the limited edition version, 2,500 by that rough count. And it's saying in the description that that's going to be available through limited suppliers, so possibly a sideshow. Now, I don't see this on sideshow quite yet, but this is a pretty early video. The light side Anakin version went for about $415 for its Artisan edition, so I would expect to not see it any more than that. This does come with a unique base, but is it really unique? The base part itself is reused. I do think that the diorama piece there is okay, it's cool enough, but for me, I don't display a lot of my bases, so once again, it doesn't add a lot of tangible value. For Artisan, if it's going to be limited, if it's going to be top tier, if that's going to be the way they want us to consider it, then I would have liked to see more accuracy in the character, and better accoutrements, better leather materials, better materials in general. But what the heck are they thinking? And so many of us are going to miss out on this guy again. Something that I've actually been singing Hot Toys praises on this last week has been that the Japan exclusives, while not the most exciting figures for me, the Cherry Blossom Trooper I think is cool, and the Darth Maul is definitely not for me, but conceptually it is cool. The figures that in my opinion should be exclusives should be the figures that most of us say, not for me, but it's cool. So for the folks that it is for them, they have an opportunity to put something in their collection that not everybody has. That's one of the coolest parts about being collectors, is that we shouldn't have everything that everybody else has. But on the other hand, a mainstay character like Anakin, especially a dark side version, when I ran polls showing on my light side edition version of the video that 60% of my audience would have rathered have the dark side edition version. Now we have the light side version. Many of us don't have the light side version because it's just Artisan in general. And now this is again another exclusive to something like Japan and limited quantities everywhere else. It just burns my ass. I don't know about you. Now, back to the positive aspect of the video here. Once again, I do think this looks good. I do think the sculpt is different from what we've seen from the light side edition. His mouth is a little bit more opened up. The texturing on the skin looks a little bit different. This is a prototype, but keep in mind it's a pretty quick release turnaround because Star Wars Celebration is around the corner, so we're going to get this pretty darn quickly. This looks more like the original prototype to me, the light side version prototype, than the final version of that figure, but I'll be curious to see where the downgrades are. Now, also, we got to talk about Artisan because lately, while the sample size is still pretty small, there has been some reported issues with glue residue in the light side Anakin version, and we've seen that from community collectors out there, and to be honest, that's a bit of a concern. Are they rushing through these characters, getting them out the door, and missing on QC? It almost seems that way. But this is not the first Artisan figure that's also had some issues. Reportedly anyways, or allegedly, the Joker was also having quite a few reported issues with the orange glue and hair falling out and a whole bunch of stuff. Now, did that happen to some of the collectors I know? None of the ones that were, very close to me, but some of you folks out there have still let me know and shown me some great pictures. So, reportedly and allegedly and all of the things, Artisan is having a bit of a spotty release window. So it doesn't excite me that this is an Artisan version anymore. It pisses me off because I'd rather have it sculpted and I'd rather have it more widely available to collectors because he's a mainstay character. Now, if we're talking this or that video today, you may now have the opportunity to pick up a light side version because what collectors commonly will do is sell the other version for the newer representation. Happens all the time. Is the price going to be good? Hard to say. Is the quality of it being passed from one collector to the next going to be good? Because like I've talked about with variants and hairstyles before, if another collector is futz with it even just a little bit, it's not going to be the same coming out of the box as you would expect a new figure to be, which makes resale, in my opinion, more challenging for Artisan figures, despite their limited availability. Now, this figure, while it's beautiful and I think it looks great, because it's not accurate and because it's limited quantities, it'll still sell out. And that frustrates me in a weird way because, we often talk about voting with your wallets, but we keep teaching the company how to treat us, right? If we keep being okay with QC challenges and not being more vocal if they are in fact becoming a trend or an issue, and if we're not more vocal about accuracy, then the price continues to tick up and the quality seems to stay about the same. And I don't think we should just give them a pass for it. I am surrounded by Hot Toys in this room, surrounded. And I don't even have a sliver of what some of you guys watching this video have in your collections. We are supporters of this company, myself included. But just like I give hot takes with regards to X06 and I expect more from them, I still expect more from Hot Toys. Give us at least accuracy, at the very least. Make it look exactly like we see on the screen. Because otherwise, What's your mission statement? What was the point? Now, again, I apologize for the overly negative video today, guys. And it's not like me to feel this way all the time, but this one just nipped me in the butt a little bit. And with the looming tariff situation creating uncertainty within our market and our sphere of collecting, and it's making me decide more on what I need versus what I want. And at the end of the day, these are just collectible figures. But once again, we keep seeing reissues of old past grails as well. The days of the grail really no longer exists. So as a community of collectors, we also have to recognize that and be okay with that going forward. Because reissues used to be a hot button subject, now it's just the reissue of the week. And here's another one. And while I do think this looks superior to the original version, for sure, is it going to be worth it in the long run? Are we going to hope for sculpted versions again? Are we going to root for more expansive lines, more availability? Or do you guys like the limited availability? Like I mentioned earlier in the video, one of my favorite parts of collecting is still obtaining things that not everybody can get. But for a wide released, very popular character like this, it seems like you're shooting yourself in the foot as a company, not taking advantage of the cash flow opportunity there. More people would get this figure in hand, myself included. There was no way I was ever going to spend the aftermarket prices to go back and buy the original version. I was waiting for this. Just like I was waiting for Bucky Barnes. And they only gave us an Artisan limited version of that figure. And I missed out. So, and I'm dialed in. I'm dialed into this. We talk about this stuff all the time. And I'm still missing on those as a collector and a YouTuber and all that stuff. And I'm no influencer, so I don't expect to get special treatment. I just don't want to miss on the characters that I truly want in my display. And I want them to come out accurately and feeling like they are worth the hefty price tag stamp that's on them. So guys, some of you have the light side version, some of you don't. Is the light side version one you're going to chase now that this new version is out? Do you need both in your collections? Is it this being the dark side version? Is it that being the light side version? Is it both? Or is it neither? How should we feel? What's the temperature of the water? Put your comments down below. I want to read them and get back to you guys. But that's it. I got to get back to work. If you guys enjoy the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. Sorry for the spicy take, but I love you faces, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Because subscribing makes you feel good.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's gone. It's all gone.